If someone had held a gun to your head and said, I want you to name right now United States Senators from California, there are 2 of them, go. Fast Eddie, could you have done it before yesterday? Sincere question. Could you have named 2 United States Senators from California until yesterday?
I actually could have, just because I remember this Padilla guy very well. He's just as...
And the other?
Well, Adam Schiff, of course.
That's right.
Yeah, he's the worst.
That's right. Adam Schiff, who's made a name for himself, and Padilla, who knew that the only way to actually get any kind of street cred is to do what Schiff has done for so long. Just be a gnat, a pest, a nonsensical fool. Make a name for yourself somehow, and that's what... So Padilla just took from the handbook the Democrat playbook of, well, we're not doing anything meaningful. Nobody really supports our agenda, so the only thing that they can do, this is Boss Hogg stuff. This is AOC stuff. This is all about them. All of these Democrats they're out trying to make a name for themselves. Cory Booker and the stupid floor speech, Hakeem Jeffries and the sing-along, and it's stunting. They're all stunting. They're like one-man, traveling comics or something. They're all trying to raise money. Remember, the key for the Democrats right now is to control the purse strings. They don't have an electoral following. Nobody supports their agenda. Nobody backs them as a party. They're wandering in the desert, and so all they can do is try to be the next big star. They're all auditioning right now. They need that 4 panels of judges. They need like Reba and Snoop all sitting there with the buzzer. That's what they need. Democrats Got Talent is what we're watching, Fast Eddie. That's what this is. They're all auditioning for a show. Wouldn't that be... I'd watch that.
Yeah, I got to say, though, I wanted to see a little bit more from the Kenyatta-David Hogg thing. So as long as we kind of start there and only add, like Padilla can be a part of it now. But yeah, so we can buzz them through, and or you do like The Voice, you hit the button and your whole chair turns around. It's like, I'm in!
Who would be the best judges for that show? Who do you think, Democrats Got Talent, they all come out and they do their best performance art. Who would be the best judges, do you think? Should those be Republican judges, like Trump cabinet officials? Who would be? I thought that Trump be a part of that, actually. I think kind of an Apprentice-style show.
He'd be in.
I like that. Yeah. Oh, Trump would do it. He'd love it. I think he finds it kind of entertaining, by the way. So this guy Padilla, who nobody's heard of and you couldn't have named until yesterday. You couldn't have. I couldn't have. And I paid to do this. He storms into a Kristi Noem briefing. Now, here's the thing, folks. If you tried to storm into a briefing of a cabinet official today, good luck. Never mind if you didn't identify yourself. And this is how you know that these people think they're really something special, because he posts yesterday on social media, imagine me, a United States Senator. Of course, he puts in all caps. A United States Senator. If they'll treat a United States Senator that way, imagine how they'd treat you, lowly scum, is basically what his statement said. They think they're so far superior. They're so above you and me. I'm a United States Senator. Yeah, you're actually an elected representative of people. Us, we're technically your boss. If they'll treat a United States Senator this way. They think that title... And they get a little card with the embossing on it, the raised seal. Oh, they get off on that. They got a staff. And people drive them around. And they're called senator. Sometimes they get security detail. I tell you, the trappings of these offices, boy, does it get into their heads. It doesn't take long. They think they're big shots. And, of course, when you're wandering in the desert like the Democrats are, you got to get some kind of traction and name ID. Nobody knew who this guy was, so he says, okay, I got an opportunity here. Kristi Noem is having a briefing. I'm going to storm in there. And he's in street clothes. He's not even in a suit, which, Actually, what do you think? If John Fetterman stormed in there as a Democrat senator, not that he would, because he's actually got more common sense than that, Fetterman actually would probably get away with this, because most people know who he is, at least. You can't miss him. Big bald guy in a hoodie. I think everybody understands who Fetterman is on sight. But nobody knows who Padilla is. He's in street clothes. So he comes storming in there, and you can tell. You can tell it's all performative, because he's doing that 1960s Captain Kirk delivery. Must get to secretary. Must tell. I'm telling you, Ed, this is one of those things. I didn't know whether to laugh or throw things at my television last night as I was watching this idiot. It's so stupid. He knew what was going to happen. He knew storming in there unidentified in plain clothes wasn't going to work. And how do you know that's true? Because he brought along a little staffer who had his cell phone camera in tow the whole time, who never once identified the senator, never told the security around Kristi Noem who the hell he was. They let him be dragged out of the thing and then cuffed before they ever really identified who the hell he was. I'm a United States Senator. Oh, who knew that? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 Americans, and probably many of them in California, couldn't name him if I held up his picture today. I guarantee it, Ed. You think I'm wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong, but what? I don't understand. Like, if you and I know this, and this never works, this performance crap that they always do, why do it? Why even do it?
Because I said earlier, fundraising. This is not for... this is not to gain credibility nationwide. This is to gain credibility among the emotional idiots that vote for this. And more importantly, donate to this. Remember, you got the Walmart heiress. She took out a full-page ad this week for the No Kings rally. This is a billionaire, this woman. And she's spending billions of dollars to back idiots like this. Now, this guy knows it, so he goes in with his Captain Kirk, must speak to secretary, must get to... Idiots like this Walton woman say, oh, I like that. How much money do you need, Senator Padilla? That's all he cares about. He doesn't care whether he wins anything. He's in California, so he'll be a senator as long as he wants. So he gets his little cell phone video from his staffer of him being cuffed. All right. Now, even over at CNN, even they, who would do anything they could to justify this, even they can't really explain this away. 24/72. Listen to one of Jim Comey's former patsies, Josh Campbell, who's now a CNN correspondent. Even he's like, yeah, this is probably, if you're Padilla, you should have expected this.
It's easy to think about this as one incident, but actually from a law enforcement perspective, we're really looking at 3 separate incidents that happened within a short period of time. First, you have the DHS secretary who is addressing the press. This was not a Q&A period, and she's interrupted. She's interrupted by someone who is speaking very loudly, and so her security detail confronts what we obviously now know to be the senator, and at that point, he is now going to be escorted out. You can't interrupt something like that that's already in progress without having those consequences. But the second incident, in my view, happens.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, so again, there's a CNN guy and a Comey guy going, you can't actually do that. You can't storm into a cabinet secretary's event. Like, doesn't even matter if you're a senator. You can't do that. Never mind, you're somebody that's not even identified. Well, right on cue. Now, here's how you also know it's performance art. Data Republican went to work on this. She started looking at the social media accounts of all these idiot Democrats who, what did they do? Remember the last time we played for you the montage? I don't remember what the subject was exactly, and it doesn't matter because the point is the same. Democrats on social media immediately go into posting mode. So they've got the cell phone video. It's almost like the staffer, like they send Padilla in, as the ringer. They got to get the cell phone video. The staffer, it's almost like, dee, dee, dee. You can almost see the cartoon telegraph beaming to, it's like the old switchboard operator or something. You see, you can just see the lines of communication coursing through the Democrat Party. And they immediately all starting to say, they're all going to social media at the same time. I can't believe the way Donald Trump's Gestapo manhandled the good Senator Padilla. One after another, the drama, the fainting couch crap, every one of them. Pocahontas said, oh, no, you can't. Hakeem Jeffries, how dare you? Nobody believes it. And by the way to step on your No Kings rally. And then Israel does what they do last night. It's just, they're all over the place. And I say again, I just asked this on social media. Look at this. They're not establishing anything but more chaos. Just total chaos in an opposition to what, supposedly? The very reason Donald Trump won the election in the first place, securing our border, deporting illegals. That's what these people are causing total chaos and making fools of themselves over. Securing our border and deporting illegal aliens. For this, they have decided to try to cause the country to plunge into total incivility and instability and chaos and nonsense. And they expect to do what exactly with that? Well, fundraise from idiot people like the Walton family who cut checks to it, I guess, because American voters don't support it at the polls. And then, of course, Israel's come along and stepped on little Padilla's party and the No Kings party. Damn it, Israel. So inconsiderate.
The Chris Stigall Show podcast.